Good morning, Rome Alliance Church. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all that you've done leaning into the opportunities that God has given us through this time. The opportunities to make masks and give them out to the community and make connections with people that way, to distribute hand sanitizer, the opportunity we've had to give out eggs to people. So many ways that we've leaned into this time that so many people are seeing as a disruption, and it is, but it's also a wonderful moment for us to be the church to the world around us. And we have done that very well here in Rome, and I'm super proud to be a part of this church and call it my home church. We also have the opportunity that's afforded us by being part of the Christian Missionary Alliance. If you notice there in the middle is the word missionary. We are involved with a global network of churches and missionaries called International Workers who are reaching the world with the gospel. They're going to the places that have the lowest percentage of Christians, the least exposure to the gospel message. And one of the ways that we can partner with this greater part of who we are as Rome Alliance Church is by giving to something called the Great Commission Fund. And every year, to bring awareness to that, CMA, the Christian Missionary Alliance, encourages us to have a Great Commission week, a Great Commission weekend. And so this year we're focusing on that, looking at who we've supported in the past, who we had out this fall, in charge of multiple areas in the South Pacific, Southeast Asia area. We've had missionaries working in Mali, which is a very unreached area, a very unstable area politically. And now it's an area where we don't know if they're still there because to protect their safety, the CMA is keeping their names basically off the record because it's not safe for believers to be there. But we, the church, are there. And part of that global church, the Christian Missionary Alliance, we're there. We're sending people. We're reaching people there. We've had missionaries from the West Bank and Jordan. It's on the news all the time, less these days thanks to everything that COVID-19 is taking, but that's a troubled area. It's an area that's highly unreached with the gospel. But the CMA has missionaries there, and we had the privilege a couple years ago to have a pastor of a West Bank church come to our church and tell us about what he's doing. It was an awesome experience, and if you were there, I hope you remember it because I thought it was great. How do we support them? Well, one of the ways that we support them is what we do with Mark and Kathy Ikas, who are in Bosnia. We've partnered with them and we work to cover their rent for the year. Every year, something that we're continually working to do. And you can give to that through our church by marking your contributions either on the envelope or on the Tithely app as ICOS rent. And that goes to cover their rent for the year so that they don't have to worry about that. There's another way that can reach not just the ICOS in Bosnia, but actually the global effort of what the CMA is doing, trying to reach these unreached parts of the globe for Jesus through giving to the Great Commission Fund. That's a centralized fund that is used to cover the expenses of these missionaries around the world. And just like we've seen huge opportunities here in Rome to reach people for the cross through the opportunities created by the COVID-19 virus, people around the world, these missionaries that are out there, are seeing that and saying, there's opportunity here. Help us reach these people. So from today to next Sunday, we're looking for people to commit, not necessarily give, but commit a certain amount that you're willing to give in to this Great Commission Fund so that we can help do our part to fulfill the Great Commission. Maybe you'll never go on a missions trip, but we're part of that if we're giving into the work that God's doing around the globe. I've been supporting a family in Thailand that I've had a personal connection with for years. I probably will never be in Thailand, but the lives that are being reached and changed there are part of my legacy. That's part of what I've done for the cross. And that's a powerful thing to think of. And when you look at what the Christian Missionary Alliance does around the world, your support to the Great Commission Fund is directly supporting the lives being changed. So I encourage you, between now and next week, think about it. Consider, as Paul says, figure out ahead of time what you're willing to give so that you can give cheerfully. This is not me trying to pull teeth. This is not the church trying to pull teeth. This is us saying, hey, here's an opportunity to lean in for the sake of the gospel. I encourage you to take it, talk about it with your spouse, look at your finances, say, what am I willing to give to help reach people around the world? And next week, have submitted that to us, and next week we'll total it up and let the church know how much we've committed towards the Great Commission Fund, towards fulfilling our calling as the church in this fallen world to reach where we live, our surrounding areas, and the utmost ends of the earth for the cross. God bless.